Welcome to all the Leo rising signs of our zodiac to your astrology for April. Trust you're doing well. I'm Cosmic Girl 101. I'm going to be taking you through the planets in transits in this video. And I would like to start the video by saying a warm welcome to all newcomers to the channel. If you're new here and you listen to the video and you like the content, you like the way I deliver the astrology for your rising sign, please consider subscribing, giving it a thumbs up, sharing the video, leaving a comment. All of those little nuances really do help my little Bubba channel grow. And it's all thanks to astrology enthusiasts such as yourselves. And a very warm welcome back to all the subscribers of the Cosmic Girl 101 YouTube channel. Let's get into the astrology for the month of April for you, Leo rising signs. Leo rising, your ruling planet, the sun, continues its transit in Aries, its zodiac sign of exaltation. This transit for you continues until about the 19th of April. This is an auspicious placement for your sun to be in the ninth house. This is right at the top of your chart. This house is all about expansion and growth, whether it's through our mind, body, spirits, and all souls. This house is highly focused on higher education, teaching, foreigners, foreign places, education, and our spiritual values and beliefs. It can also incorporate topics and aspects that are connected to bureaucracy and legalities. So you're in a strong position, Leo rising, from the astrology's perspective. When the sun is in its exaltation position in the house of God, through the lens of Hellenistic astrology, the ninth house was the sun's house of joy. This is the planetary joy's position. So I would be very, very happy if the Leo risings at this point are feeling very much in their skin in regards to connecting to the larger things of life and feeling very confident and embodied. Fantastic transit to look at travel destinations, plan long distance travel, research different spiritual paths, different cultures, foreign things to you that interest you. This is the time when you will be more akin to connecting in a different consciousness. It's a wonderful transit, Leo rising signs, with your sun in Aries in the ninth house. On the 6th of April, we have your ruling planet, the sun, trine Jupiter, currently transiting in Gemini. And for you, Leo rising, Gemini is your 11th house of dreams and social connections. So this is a wonderful aspect when we're talking about astrology. The sun trining Jupiter, it's a Jupiter aspect with regards to the trine. So this is an easy flow connection. So when your sun from the ninth house trines Jupiter in Gemini in your 11th house on the 6th of April, you are finding auspicious connection to social connections in your life. Your dreams and your goals for your future are extremely accessible. This means that you could have an uptick in your community. People that you knock shoulders with seem almost serendipitous. So the 6th of April is the day to be out and about. On the 10th of April, Venus, which has been transiting in her exaltation sign of Pisces, stations to go direct. She's coming out of retrograde. This position for you in your natal chart as a Leo rising sign, this is your 8th house. The 8th house is a very interesting house because they're always in aversion to our first house. Houses that are in aversion to us are the undeveloped part of our natal charts that is sometimes difficult to navigate or have an organic relationship. So for you, Pisces rules your eighth house, Leo rising, and Venus has been retrograding here, gone direct in here, come back to here in her sign of exaltation. So there's something here that is trying to get your attention connected to Venusian themes and Piscean themes of finances, other people's resources, debt, tax, and inheritance. Venus is all about the unity. She likes to unite and connect. She is extremely aware of her values and self belief. So there is something that's been trying to tap on your physical, spiritual, metaphysical shoulder here with Venus concentrating, going back and forward into your eighth house of shared resources in Pisces. So Venus is asking you as a Leo rising to consider the beauty of other people's resources, the beauty of harmonizing with other people, the beauty of appreciating the creativity on how people's resources are used independently and how you can learn from them. This is a wonderful transit when Venus is in her zodiac sign of exaltation. So from the 10th of April, with Venus now moving forward and about to go back into your ninth house of Aries, this is a wonderful time to feel inspired by other people's resources, what other people have, and you go, yeah, I'd like to incorporate more of that into my space. I'd like to learn to unite more organically with my emotional ways of how I utilize my own wealth. How can I build my own wealth independently? How can I feel good about my everyday bank account? And what possessions or resources of other people that actually support me, that make me feel like I'm doing something creative with it and inspiring. It's a wonderful transit. Enjoy Venus direct now in Pisces, your eighth house, from the 10th of April. On the 13th, we are having a full moon in Libra, and Libra is Venus's domicile. So we know that Venus is exalted in Pisces in your eighth house of shared resources. And this is going to factor into how this full moon is going to be playing out for you, Leo rising. Well, the full moon in Libra is happening in your third house. This third house is about education, travel, and siblings. And when you have a full moon, this is the completion point. This is the point of the moon cycle where you see results. So we know that Venus is exalted in Pisces, and this is the moon's domicile planet, and it's in the third house of travel, siblings, and education. So I'm wondering for you, Leo rising, if you are not experiencing a balance with a sibling regarding resources or shared finances, education and travel being more settled in regards to how you are looking at travel and education and how you can benefit from other people's resources that support this. So this is an auspicious full moon in the beautiful zodiac sign of Leo, of balance and harmony. Things are settling down, if you will, in regards to your everyday space. So expect things to start to feel more in line. You've got control, you have a handle on things, and the ruler of the full moon being exalted in Pisces in your eighth house, there is other people's resources to lean on to support you when it comes to creating harmony and balance with siblings, travel, and educational topics. On April 16, Mercury leaves Pisces, your eighth house, where Mercury's been in fall and in detriment. Mercury doesn't do well in the zodiac sign of Pisces. Well, from the 16th, when Mercury steps back into Aries, your ninth house, joining your ruling planet, the Sun, We are talking about a very different Mercury. The dignity of Mercury increases significantly. So from April 16 to May 10, we have Mercury really kicking up some dust for you in your ninth house. This is a wonderful transit. This ninth house trines your first house as a Leo rising. And Mercury is all about swift, quick, intellectual pursuits. Very good at socializing, extremely focused on money, and really is all about unraveling mysteries. So when Mercury steps into Aries with a big jump in dignity, we are talking about very acute and easy to handle information that is about the bigger things in life. So if you've been considering things like any legal aspects of your life, travel, foreigners, foreign things, your spiritual path, education, those topics and subjects, you've been umming and ahhing, you've been in, you've been out, you've not been too confident because Mercury did retrograde back into Pisces. That may have had you feel a little bit overwhelmed about the cost or other people's resources influencing that ninth house. Well, when Mercury steps back into Aries, we're talking about Mercury that has had more than enough distraction to not move forward confidently to execute your plans. So if you've been dipping your toes in and out of going, oh, yeah, I believe this is my faith, this is where I want to travel, this is what I want to educate myself with, this is what I want to teach, this is where I feel like I can connect with things that are outside of my normal scope. Mercury is now ready to engage with certainty. So executing plans for the bigger things in your life is available. So if you've been teeter-tottering, you're in and out, you're not too sure, you're umming and ahhing, well, Mercury now direct and in full flight in Aries, your ninth house, from April 16 to May 10, it is time to execute on well-laid plans that you've been procrastinating about. Time to expand and grow. You're ready for this, Leo rising. That's the wisdom of the planets in transit. Speaking of planetary dignities, we now have Mars on the 18th of April ingressing back into Leo, your first house, until June 16. Mars has been in fall in Cancer. It's been squaring that ninth house, possibly giving you a really difficult time and processing things in isolation and building spiritual strength in solitude. The dignity of Mars has been really unsavory, and Mars has certainly given us all, Leo rising, a run for our money when it comes to building strength independently when we have to consider the bigger things of life at the same time. With Mars ingressing back into Leo in your first house, this transit is all about Mars now giving you the energy, the inspiration to move forward confidently with things that you want to begin. This is about your body, your image, and your sense of self. What is it about Mars that can help you with this transit? Well, Leo rising, Mars is no BS and will bulldoze to get what it wants. Expect agitation, inflammation, and exacerbation when it comes to your physical body and your energy levels. You may be feeling like you could run a marathon, go to the gym and lift 100 kilos. You may also feel that you are cutting away things that don't help you, they don't empower you. This is all about throwing the baby out with the bathwater and being very much in boss vibes. Enjoy Mars in Leo in your first house from the 18th of April to June 16. On the 19th, your ruling planet, the Sun, moves out of its sign of exaltation in Aries and ingresses into Taurus in the 10th house at the top of your chart. As a Leo rising, the transiting planets that are in the angular parts of your chart, being house 1, house 4, house 7, and house 10, are like microphones that really are drawing your attention to you. When the Sun, your ruling planet, is in Taurus for 4 weeks from the 19th of April, this is all about you building, sustaining, and settling down a routine when it comes to your professional path, your work, and ironing out any kinks or nuances with superiors in your life. You may also start to see some fruits of your labor. This is getting that award that you didn't anticipate, people seeking you out, and you being a lot more popular than you even thought you were when it comes to the work that you provide on the world stage. It's an empowering transit when the sun is in the 10th house. This is all about you identifying what you want to begin, sustain, and grow for your future when it comes to how you appear in the public. On the 21st, the Sun squares Mars. Your ruling planet is squaring Mars in your first house. What an interesting day. The Sun, your ruling planet, is just focused on keeping things calm, keeping things in an even line. Not too many changes. You like some sort of predictability, Leo rising, as a fixed zodiac sign. But when the sun is squaring Mars in your first house, where Mars is just saying, let's go, let's take action, you could feel a little like you're out of your own skin here. You may feel like you have a little bit of fear in putting your name out there, doing something bold on the world stage. So watch out for nerves on the 21st of April. The 23rd, your ruling planet, the Sun, is squaring off with Pluto in Aquarius. This is an interesting day, Leo rising. And why I'm saying that's interesting is because you're at odds with uniting and connecting with people. You may feel like you're having your space encroached on. This can be competition in your workplace. You may feel that there's a lot of exacerbation going on between you and other people, and you're not quite certain how or why and where this feeling is coming from. The 23rd of April again indicates feeling nervous. From the 25th to the 28th, Pluto in Aquarius is opposing Mars in Leo in your first house. So we know for you as a Leo rising, you have the sun in the 10th house at this point of the month. You have Mars in your first house, and you also have Pluto in your 7th house. These are the angular parts of your natal chart. So we have squares, and these are fixed squares. Fixed squares are difficult to work with. That fixed nature that you encompass and embody as a Leo rising sign is very strong and really likes to hold a line. So when we have Pluto opposing Mars from the 25th to the 28th of April, this is the third and final time of confrontation with you and other people. So this could see the end of a dispute, a resolution come to pass that you've been entangled with for some time when it comes to other people and relationships in your life. Expect an ending from the 25th to the 28th of April. On the 27th, there is a new moon in Taurus in your 10th house. So we know that your sun is in the 10th house, and we now have the moon joining your sun, creating a new moon, and it creates a conjunction. With the moon exalted in Taurus, we have Venus exalted in Pisces in your 8th house, sextiling your 10th house. This is a very auspicious new beginning where you may be taking advantage of other people's resources and cashing in on their generosity to help your career or iron out any problems with a superior in your life. Now, it is a new beginning. So, this new beginning has a gravity to it that is going to expand your resources and creativity. So you may be ready to start something fresh in your career or your public name. This is great for rebranding, getting a new look on the professional stage, have a photo shoot for your website, upgrade your website, upgrade your resume. If you want to knock shoulders with bigger dogs in your chosen industry, this would be the time to get yourself out there. when we have a new moon in Taurus exalted in your 10th house. Venus on the 30th of April says goodbye to her zodiac sign Pisces of exaltation and ingresses back into Aries, your 9th house, until June 5th. Wonderful. Mars is now in your first house of Leo, trining the 9th house. Mars for some time has been squaring that 9th house when Mercury and Venus were transiting in April, creating a lot of internal conflict. When Venus steps back into Aries on the 30th of April to June 5th, she has now gathered resources and support from other people. There have things have now potentially settled down for you in regards to close relationships, what you value and love about other people's resources and influences, and you are now bringing that into the 9th house. With Venus transiting in Aries in your 9th house, this is all about determination. You are ready to harmonize and connect and really encompass the value of the bigger things in your life. Foreigners, foreign people, places and faces, higher education, your spiritual path and practices, and legal aspects of your life are now easy to connect with, harmonize with, and find little nuggets of harmony along the way. Venus is the planet of great attraction. You are certainly going to be feeling the attraction to get out of Dodge and open yourself up. This is only going to empower you to feel that you are not so disconnected from the world. You're part of it. Wonderful. When Venus is in Aries from the 30th of April to June 5th. That is your astrology for the month of April, Leo rising. I trust you have yourself a wonderful month. If you have any astrological questions or you're interested in my astrological services, you can contact me at cosmicgirl101@protonmail.com. Till next time, Leo rising, stay cosmic.